What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we are reviewing Friday the 13th, Jason Lives. Part 6, Jason Lives. Now, this movie fixes a lot of the problems I have with some of the other movies in the franchise. So, this movie is the final movie with Tommy Doyle in it, I do believe. And it is probably one of the best in the franchise. Because I do enjoy this one a lot more than the last one. But also, so one thing I've always had a problem with in horror movies, this is the first thing I want to talk about, is pointless nudity. And I know that's kind of become a part of the Friday the 13th series, but in the last one with how gratuitous and how long they lingered on the shots of topless women and things like that, that made me feel really weird, and we don't need this. I guess as a whatever the word is I'm looking for, in this movie they decide to my mind's blanking. In this movie they decide to literally have no nudity, which I am 100% okay with. I did not need any of that in my Friday the 13th. Well, I get that's part of the franchise, but after what we saw in the last one, I'm don't put any. I'm glad there's none in this one. There is kind of a sex scene in it, but it's not explicit at all. So, which I have no problem with at all with it being the way it is. This is the movie that returns Jace. I'm not saying this. I'm broken right now. This is the movie that brings Jason back, and this is where he becomes full-on supernatural Jason. And he did die in the last movie. Not the last one, the one before that. In this one, he gets resurrected by some lightning hitting a pole that he gets stabbed with because Tommy Jarvis wants to go cremate his corpse and everything like that, and it just does that. But with that being said, that's what they do with this movie. Is he's zombie Jason. He's probably the scariest Jason has been since probably the second movie. And he's probably the scariest we've seen Jason at all, actually, than probably in the entire series. Because he is pretty scary in this one, especially with him being a reanimated corpse. And even though I said I'm glad they took away the pretty much all the nudity from this movie, but it came at a cost with them really butchering the kills and basically almost every kill being off screen, which is highly disappointing. With having some decent kills in the last movie, but this one, most of the kills are off screen, so there's not really much to enjoy when it comes to the kills. And even this that is on screen isn't very explicit or bloody or whatever. I think the MPAA really really tacked down on this movie and cut a bunch of the kills, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it definitely did not. But this one felt more like they're wanting to focus on the kills and things like that, which I like. They did feel a lot better with that. And plus the kills are just a lot more fun this go around. Mine's blanking. Critics give this movie a 46%, and audiences give it a 52%. So, I think it's one of the better ones in the franchise. Probably put it in the top 3 so far. But this one is a lot more fun. And then I was hoping, and I do like a lot of the stunt. There's a really nice stunt with an RV in this one that looks really good. It's got a really iconic shot of Jason standing on the RV while it's on fire. Looks really cool shot. And the characters in this one are pretty much alright. No one's not unlikable, and not letting anyone like you. I want to see them die, which sometimes is a good thing and sometimes is a bad thing. Here, I think it's done all right. And also, you kind of at first don't know who. Obviously there wasn't one character in that girl that's with Tommy Jarvis talking to him and everything. If he wasn't in it, you wouldn't really be able to tell who the final girl is. Well, at least I know. I don't know. And this is actually the first Friday the 13th movie to actually show kids, like in a summer camp setting. So that's interesting. And it seems like Jason doesn't want to kill kids, and at one point he thinks like he might, but I don't know. It's hard to really tell, like if Jason wants to kill any kids or not. It's hard. I think this is the only movie in the franchise that has kids in it. And also, one of my favorite lines in the movie that made me laugh, like, well, so what did you want to be when you grew up? One of the kids asks another one of the kids. That was kind of a funny line for them to throw in there. This movie, though, is definitely a lot more fun with its atmosphere and everything like that. And it does have a little bit of humor to some of the stuff and as well. Not all of it works for me, but some of it does. But definitely better than the last film when it comes to some of the things. I wouldn't call this bad, but I don't know. I'd probably just settle at throwing it at a 3 out of 5. I mean, that's the same spot where I put the last one. Because the thing with the Friday the 13th movies, a lot of them just blend together when it comes to like reviewing them wise. It's kind of because a lot of them are very samey. It's also the same problem I have with reviewing the Saw franchise. And also, when I started reviewing those, it was just around the time I was starting to fully get around into normal, whatever. But this is a fun watch, and I do think that there was a lot of potential here for a coherent story, and the way they handle it, and definitely like, it's a good conclusion to the Tommy Jarvis trilogy. I'm pretty sure he doesn't come back for the next one. I think the next one is the one with the telekinesis girl. But that's really all I can say about Jason Lives. It's fun. I think this movie is a fun ride for Friday the 13th fans. I would have liked more better kills, but I think it's something that I can kind of deal with. But the not as much being literally no nudity in this movie and it not being nearly as explicit as the last movie was, with it lingering on shots and everything like that. So that definitely is a plus in my book for this movie. So definitely a better movie in the franchise. I don't remember much about The New Blood, which is the next one, and then we have Jason Takes Manhattan. Definitely looking forward to that one. No, I'm not at all. But what do you guys think of Jason Lives? Let me know down in the comment section below, and that's really all I've got to say for this review. I'm going to be getting around to more movies soon, so keep an eye out for those reviews, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!